Hey guys, this is the Ultimate Warrior here, and in the battle between anime and video games, I have decided to make a video stating why I prefer video games to anime. So, before we start, no, I'm not in a different room. This is my room. The only thing I did was turn my body around to where it looks a little bit more colorful. Usually I'm facing, normal position where my bed is. So I figured I'd switch it up and show a little bit more of my room off. If you guys like this position and want me to film from this position a bit more, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try to do that. It's a little bit more uncomfortable, but hey, if the fans want it, that is what I will give them. Anyways, so back to the battle and why I've chosen the side of the controller. Well, this is not to say that I don't like anime. On the contrary, I'm fond of anime and I wish I could watch more of it, but working 10 hours, 12 hours a day or a night, it kind of limits your time, especially when you got like adult responsibilities and stuff. So I barely have time to play video games now. So adding anime into the mix nowadays is kind of hard for me. So I kind of have to stick with one and kind of be more consistent with that. I guess the best way to describe it is, let's go back into my childhood. I loved watching anime. My favorite anime of all time is Sailor Moon, classic version. I don't really care for Sailor Moon Crystal. But anyway, so I would watch this beautiful anime. It was just this amazing artwork and wonderful story, wonderful plots and stuff. And it would captivate me. Anime was and still is, along with video games, a way to escape my life because I don't live an interesting life. I have a job, I love what I do, but outside of that, I don't really got too much going on. And I could be more social and all that good stuff, but it's just one of those things, whatever, I don't really care for it. But that's another story for another day. So, and I don't think this is just a me thing. I think a lot of people, they have their hobbies, anime is a way of escapism, and as long as you're not obsessing over it, same thing with any hobby, video games or whatever, I think it can be fine, for the most part, depending on what it is. But, so that's my way. It was my way to, relax after school. I watched Sailor Moon. I got into these plots and stuff, and I loved it. And, but something afterwards, like, I felt sad, in a sense. And not even as just a child, but even when I binge watched Sailor Moon, probably about 5 years ago, I got up to the last season before Stars. Never watched Stars season, but that's because it wasn't anywhere on YouTube at the time. It got removed. But I started to feel sad, and I'm wondering, well, why am I feeling sad? I'm watching this wonderful anime. They're beating up the bad guys. They're facing the Negaverse. They're doing this. They're doing that. She, the Moon Princess, Neo Queen Serenity, and then you're saving the Earth. What's going on? Why am I feeling sad for watching this? And I think it's a part of that escapism where, at least for me, I can only speak for myself, but I realized it was the lack of interaction on my part. Yeah, it was good that they saved the universe and all that good stuff, and they're beating up the bad guys. But it's like, well, what the heck am I doing? Like, where's my part in this? This is such a beautifully crafted anime, and all I can do is sit back and watch? You mean I can't defeat the bad guys from the Negaverse or what, the Doom Tree or whatever? using like the power of love and teamwork and friendship. Like, oh no, like, because you're not in anime, you're not in there. And I was just imagine myself, well, what if I was a Sailor Scout? What if I was like a mysterious rescuer and I come in at the nick of time to help give Sailor Moon the courage, that she needs? Like, well, you can't do that. Well, there's fan fiction and whatnot, but it's not canon. At the end of the day, I'm still not doing anything. It's like, where's my part in all of this? Well, you're the audience. Like, that doesn't count, I guess I don't want to say it made me feel useless in a way, because, it's an anime, so it's just like, yeah, it's an anime. It's not real. None of this is real. None of this is happening. Get over it. Like, yeah, I get that part that is not real, but it's like, at least part of the escapism is you want to be intertwined in the world. You want to do your part to save the world. I'm sorry, but being an audience is not going to help you save the world. Well, it might help with the ratings. It'll get you better ratings if and keep the show going on longer, I hope, if people are watching. But yeah, like, take Dragon Ball Z for instance. One of the more famous scenes, like, everyone on Earth, like, lend me your powers. If I raise up my hands like this, Goku ain't getting my powers. The only thing that's gonna do is make my arms tired. So it's just that lack of interaction on my part, where I want to do something, I want to contribute, I want to be the hero, I want to be the villain, maybe. And that's, I think, outside of doing the bridge stuff and doing, like, fan fiction stuff, that's one of those voids, at least for me, the anime can't fill. Not a void to fill, but it's not really a part of the, or at least my part of the relax/escapism journey, when you just want to wind down and stuff. Like, now I like to be active, and that's where video games come in. Man, it is hot. I'm sorry, it's so hot. I want to get up and turn the heat off right now, but I want to finish this video first. So if you see me rubbing my head, it's because I'm sweating. I could take this off, but hey, that's part of the thing. So part of the video. So we'll just trek on through it like a good superhero. But anyways, where was I? Yeah, that's where video games come in. Let's see if I can grab a video game right here. Probably not the best example since I'm still playing through it. But yeah, you got Wolfenstein. You're playing as like this Nazi robot killer. You're being interactive. Let's see if there's like another. Here's a better version. Or Resident Evil. You're helping to save the world in this. Like, you're doing your part. This is the one thing about video games that I love, and that for me gives it the edge over anime, is the interaction, or being interactive in it. Because literally, you control your character. If you want to tell your character to stop, all you gotta do, like, if they're walking through like a jungle or somewhere, you tell them to stop, all you gotta do is put the controller down. They will stop. Now, depending on the scenario, they could die, or if you're just walking around in this open world, they'll stay there until you tell them to go. Or until like a car hits them or something, if it's like Grand Theft Auto. But you get the picture. You're in control of your character. And in the case of Resident Evil 6, heck, I'm in control of, 6 characters. I could choose 7 characters to choose from. 8. So yeah. That's my thing with video games. I can't defeat the Negaverse in the anime. But I could save the universe, or not the universe, I could save the world from a freaking zombie outbreak, or contain it. Or what's another good game? Let's take UFC for example. Yeah, you're not saving the world by being a UFC fighter, but still, you're being a UFC fighter. And I know UFC is like not an anime, but you get the picture. You control your character. That was a bad example. Let's take, for example, Uncharted. So yeah, Uncharted, you are controlling your character. You are discovering treasures and going on this journey. You're stopping bad guys, and you know what you do in the story, that is up to you. Like whether or not you want to continue it or not. Hold on, I'm getting like off track. But yeah, like I know in Uncharted 4 you could pick certain dialogue and stuff. And while it didn't like make the final ending of the story change, you know, it's the little things like that. Even if you have a linear video game, it's still your character and you are still in control of it. I think I've hammered that point down well enough. But just for your linear games. Now, when you get into your games like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls, or in the case of Otome games, where you have multiple endings and you literally create your own story, or, you know, even better, or not even better, but, you know, just another example, Infamous, where you can literally choose to be the hero or the villain in the game. You can choose the good route or the bad route. You know, it's stuff like that for me, I personally enjoy, because I'm not sitting back watching everything unfold on the screen and doing nothing about it. No, like when I play a video game, voice is kind of giving out on me, but when I play a video game, I'm more or less in control of that character's destiny. Whether we save the world or not on that game, that's on me. You know, if I fail, they die, or I don't know, Earth is destroyed or something, or ran over by a bunch of mechanical robot Nazis. But if I continue, well, it's because of me, you know, or the Let's Plays on YouTube when I get stuck. But ultimately, it's going to be because I controlled that character. I told that character to do something. I guided that character. And, you know, that's just for me when I play video games. Now, with an anime, Earth is going to get saved whether you watch it or not. And yeah, you could say the same thing for video games, but at least for when I play, if I cut the game off, you know, at least that's the end of that universe until I turn it back on. Like, okay, I'm starting to sound crazy now, but you get the picture. When I'm starting a game and play it till finish, then, you know, it's my character that's doing that. I'm controlling it. I'm making the decisions, whether they be good decisions or whether they be bad decisions. And a little funny thing on the side is, like, I've been a gamer more than I've been into anime. Don't get me wrong, I've been into anime ever since I was a child. Maybe 4 or 5 years old, but I've literally been a gamer, me and the entire planet. Just about. I've been a gamer ever since I was born, literally at conception. I was the winning sperm. You were the winning sperm. So, we won the race. Now, for some people, myself included, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, but that's another video for another day. But the fact is, we won. We were playing the racing game of life. And we got to that egg and, you know, did what we have to do. And, you know, unless you were twins or something, the other sperms were losers. I hate to break it to you like that and be vulgar, but it's true. We're all gamers. So for me, it's just like, yeah, I've been a gamer all my life. So, what's new? But yeah, pretty much, long story short, I prefer video games to anime because it's more interactive. You know, you can't get much interaction from an anime. Unless you're playing a Sailor Moon video game. Like, Sailor Moon's not gonna reach out to you and be like, well, Only you can save forest fires or something. Click this and, you know, you can save it. No, yeah, Sailor Moon does have the little Sailor Says and how to be a good person and pick up your trash and, I don't know, report bad people to, like, trusting adults. I'm sure she says good stuff like that, but it's not a video game. And I don't think she says that in any of the video games, so. You get the picture. When you're watching anime, Sailor Moon isn't going to reach out to you and say, "Lend me your power so we can defeat the Negaverse. We can do this." It's not going to be like Blue's Clues where we're going to wait for the audience to say something. Yeah, this video is like getting out there now. Anyways, you get the picture, so that's all I have to say on the matter. Now, will I ever see this changing? I hope it doesn't change. I hope I'm a gamer until I die. Simple as that. Might not be, you know, but hopefully by that time, you know, that even when I'm old, they can make, like, functional games for, like, old people or something. What? Yep, that's my phone, so I'm gonna have to end this short. That's probably a sign that I need to. I had a Persona 5 ringtone, so, yeah. I'll see you guys in another time. Hello?